Hello everyone, I'm here. Like I said, I would be back for Magic Arena today since I wasn't able to do this on Friday. Um, hello Shadow. So, we're gonna be drafting. I've got plenty of currency. So I did a poll somewhere about what format I want to draft today. So, go to the play lay, go to events, go to limited. The winner was just the quick draft, the Karlov Manor quick draft. If I have enough time, I'll do one of the runners up of my poll, which will probably be either modern, which will probably be like the Thunder Junction Premier Draft, if I have enough time after this. So, let's get drafting. Um, so for Karlov Manor, the draft archetypes are red-white detectives. You want to get like clue tokens, and you sacrifice those clue tokens to get effects. And it cares about like tribal bonuses for the detective type of creatures. Black blue is clue control, which is us about again using and generating clues similar to blue white. But with extra clue support. Red black is Sussy Among Us, which is just you get suspected creatures that have menace, and you just try to be aggressive with them. Red green is like a big creature deck with where you drop a big disguise creature for free mana, and then you disguise them into their big form to kind of beat them down. Green white is also a disguise strategy, but it wants to go wide. Green black is also a disguise strategy, but wants to play power 2 or less creatures and have effects that boost up power 2 or less creatures, and use like small disguise creatures with small disguise costs. Blue red is artifacts matter. With a bit of a clue theme. Black green is graveyard evidence. That uses the collect evidence mechanic to bolster their cards, so they need to fill their graveyard. White red is just an aggro deck. Just the aggro colors, and then blue green is another evidence deck that also has the benefits of blue, so you also have some clues, I believe. So let's see what we end up with, though. Let's hit that 5K in drafts. Alright. Okay, so we know the untapped GG raid to get chose, but so I pulled up the website limited grade, so I have like the cards graded by by 17 lands win rate. So let's see what we got. Haunted Bone Brute is our rare. Menace when Hunted Bone Brute enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 2/1/1 white dog creature tokens. It's a 6/2. Hunted Brute dies, each opponent loses free life. And it's a disguise 1 and a black. I don't like this card that much. It doesn't seem that good, unless you're like disguising it for free, and then you're paying 2 to undisguise disguise it at the right time, you could maybe like win a combat or push for damage because they'll let your 2/2 disguise through. Like, let's say you play this disguise for free, right? And I guess the dream is that you attack with your while this is a 2/2 disguised face down, right? And you attack with 2 mana up. They let it through, and then you just deal 6 to them. Yeah, they get the dog tokens, but that's after they've already let this thing through. So I don't know if this is good enough for 3 mana and then 2 mana on a following turn to do 6 damage once. Because it's a 6/2, the 2 dog tokens just fucking double block it, right? After the first turn. What's the rating on Bonebrood? It's a B. Is that really good enough to be a B? That seems awful to me. That seems like an F to me. I mean, maybe it closes out games. I guess that there's that, if it really gets the opponent. But that's all it's good for, really, is if like they're close to dead. Deadly complication. Choose one or both. Destroy target creature. Put 1/1 counter on target suspected creature you control. You may have it become no longer suspected. I mean, this is good in the Sussy Among Us deck, but I don't know if I want to take a gold card, pick one, and just lock myself up trying to force 2 colors right out the gate. Um, um, Inspector might be decent if we end up in detectives. Like, if we end up in, like, blue-white detectives or any blue detective archetype, this might be decent. I think it's like a C. Yeah, it's like a C+. Um, I mean, Galvanize is just a lightning bolt. And usually in limited, a lightning bolt is premium removal, and this is random. This is a lightning bolt that has the random upside that if you're on any kind of card draw, you can actually make it better than a lightning bolt. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to keep in mind, Moto. That's why I'm looking at Galvanize and discard more than the other cards, because I don't see an obvious bomb here. This doesn't strike me as a bomb. Doing 6 damage once, because 2 is so easy to remove. Like, any source of 2 damage just kills this. So this doesn't seem like a card that wins the game on its own. It's a finisher for sure, but like it's a decent amount of damage the first time it gets in, but um I mean, what is Galvanize ranked in terms of the removal? Oh, Galvanize is only a C plus. So I'm caught between two C pluses and a B that I disagree with being a B. Uh, because like that, people are picking this card way too highly if it's a B on 17 lands rankings. Um, you know what? I'm kind of not super excited about Galvanize because I don't know if I even want to be in red. And blue is generally a really good color in this set. So I'm going to take Projector Inspector and hope to be on some number of detectives. Because I didn't want to commit the gold card, and I didn't think Galvanize would be like super worth it. I mean, it's decent removal, but it's not like it's hard to enable where it can do 5 damage. Is the thing. Outfitter's quite bad. We're immediately punished for not taking the gold card because that's like a pretty good card for the Sussy deck. Um, Vichugazi is like a B. We could go into blue green. Exit's pretty decent. That's a decent little bounce. Oh, but there's a market launch phantom. This is pretty good. Especially if we can go wide and get a lot of power 2 or less, this gets really good. What's market watch phantom rated as? It is a C plus. Where exit is also a C plus. Roombrand Juggler is how high rated is that? It's a C. It's actually rated worse. Um, but B2 is a B though. Like it's just a solid 2-drop in green. But I think I just take the B2. It's just the better card. Well, there's a Hotshot Investigators, but there's also a Greenbelt Radical, which is okay. How high rated is Hotshot Investigators? Because that actually gives us like a decent detective payoff. Because it's a decent detective that's also kind of like removal, but the problem is it's a 6-drop, so it's not like super great as a detective payoff. Well, it's not a detective payoff; it's a detective enabler because it's a detective, and it's like removable, and we can bounce our own shit and investigate when we bounce our own shit. So we could like well, this doesn't have flash, so we would only bounce something if we wanted to investigate really badly. It's only a C too. Greenbelt Radical is like a Greenbelt Radical's a B minus, so maybe we just take that and we just take the big, because it's a decent disguise creature. But there's also Fairy Snoop. And Fairy Snoop's quite good. Because the thing about Fairy Snoop is all of these gold cards that have disguise on them, you can pay, they have like dual cost mana for the disguise. So we can actually play this without splashing. Because we can just pay blue for its cost. For its disguise cost. And Fairy Snoop's pretty good. Like, what is Fairy Snoop's rating again? It is a... I'll say it's like a pretty good rating. If I'm... Oh, it's a C minus. It's not as good as I thought it was because mostly because what the undead GC ratings were like way too high on this card. I mean, I that's why I was tricked into thinking this card's really good because it's so flexible. That it's a gold card you don't necessarily need to splash for because you can only pay 1 mana for it, but apparently it's not that good because it's C minus unlimited grades. I guess we take the Radical then because it's the best card. Because the Orangutan's not good. I'm not excited to take a combat trick in a color I might not even be playing. I'm not really interested in branching out into blue-red. So we're just gonna take the Radical. It just seems like the best card. We can... Let's say we got here. There's an Illuminate the Impossible, which is like an okay combat trick. There's Market Watch Phantom again. Black Hamblater. What's the rating? Eliminate the Impossible is a C. What about, I know Market Watch Phantom's like a C. Bull Rack is like a C. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the Eliminate the Impossible, because now seems like a good time to take a combat trick. It's not like a great combat trick, but it can win me combats. And it gets me a clue. Rakish Scoundrels, like... Well, the problem is, Moto, I'm told that by pick 5, you should be settled on your colors. It's usually around pick 5 that you want to settle on a color pairing. Unless you're planning to do like a color switch or a splash. Um... And this is pick 5, so... Now we may have to commit to something, but I don't know. So we've been picking on color on these two colors so far, but like the thing is like we've only been doing that because we've been taking like what seemed like the best card. Like here it was just the best card, here it was just the best card. This was questionable because there was removal and galvanize and the gold card. But I didn't want to commit to the gold card, and I thought that Galvanize was just merely okay removal, because it's just a lightning bolt. And this is just a combat trick, because it seemed like the best thing to take in that pack, because that pack wasn't very good. Rakish Scoundrel I don't think is very high rated. It's like, yeah, it's like a D. So it's not worth branching out into that anyway. Complication came back around. But we already passed the suspect creature. I don't want to completely abandon blue or green just to go right to suspects. Especially because this is pick 5, this is when we gotta settle on something, usually. How was Projector Inspector not the best card in the pack? Because, like, Galvanize is kind of like a whatever removal because it's just a lightning bolt, and it was better than committing to a gold card pick 1 per removal spell, and it was, like, better than that fucking awful black creature that the site was giving a B for some reason because people are picking a card that does 6 damage once way too highly. Six damage once over the course of 2 turns that costs you a total of 4 mana. Just giving your opponent's creatures is just a really bad idea. But anyway. I actually think Bubble Smuggler is probably the best card. Isn't if you can disguise this and pay its disguise cost, it gets huge. And like Bubble Smuggler, what's its rating? Oh, it was a D plus. It's not actually that as good as it looks. Because it doesn't have flying. Because at first glance it looks like it has some form of evasion, but it doesn't. This is just a bad pack. Lamatsu's bad. Lead Pipe's bad. Alley Assistant is just kind of whatever. It's just like a fairly mediocre disguised creature. Yeah, Alley Assailants is also like a D plus. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just take the Bubble Thrower. It's a 2-drop. I don't think Red Herring is very good. It's like a bad card. It's like a C plus. I mean, but Reasonable Doubt is like decent, right? It's like a C plus. Um, Mistway Spy. What? How good is that card? Oh, Mistway Spy is a D. It's just a 1/1. It's just a source of investigate that really doesn't do anything else. Trampled Garden. Is Trampled Garden one of the good cases? It's a C minus. Um, is Fairy Snoop better than Reasonable Doubt? No, because Reasonable Doubt's a C plus card, and uh, Fairy Snoop's like a C minus. I mean, it's a counter spell, and I think we take counter spells highly, especially since we passed up removal early. I feel like we need the counter spell. Um, this pack is like disastrous. I mean, Pick Your Poison is an alright card. It's like a sideboard card. Jaded Analyst is terrible. Um, is the Gorehound like a decent one drop in black? Or is it bad? Yeah, Gorehound's a C. Cerebral Confiscation, hand rips are usually not that great in limited. Especially expensive hand rips like this one. Um, Especially sorcery speed ones that are expensive and um Fester Leech is like whatever. I don't know if Gorehound's gonna come up, so I actually think we're gonna take the Pick Your Poison and just put it in the side. Maybe we don't. We hope not to play it. Um, the Chase is on is decent, right? The Chase is on is a C plus, but it's not exactly in our colors, and it's way past pick 5 at this point. Um, I I mean, it is a good combat trick, but we'd have to splash for it. We are in green, which is the color you want to be in if you want to splash in this set. Museum Night Watch is decent. Like, it's a decent white card, so maybe in pick 2 we can maybe move out of green and into blue-white detectives. And this is like a decent, like, 4-drop green white creature. Because it's free 2 plus an extra 2/2 token more from stats, and this is a disguised creature. Museum Night Watch is a C+, actually. Which I think is a lot better than the rest of these cards, to be honest. Like, Chase On would be alright if I wanted to move into red, but, like, the Hellion is not that good. It's a little too expensive. So I'm gonna go Night Watch. Slime Against Humanity is terrible. Shattered Pack is terrible. Hazada's pretty bad. I guess we take a Stalker. Again, hope not to play it, but we can, and we have to move into black. We could just play Outfighter as a 6-drop, and just ignore its text and just treat it as a vanilla 4-free flyer. I don't want to play Magnifying Glass or Thinking Cap in my deck, but we could just play as a 4-free flyer for 6 mana as like a way to end the game. It's bad, and we could hope not to play it, but it's better than these fucking cards. I'm taking a second V2 Ghazi over Fairy Snoop. Guess we'll take a repeat of them there. The Assailant. Okay. Well, there's an Evans Examiner, which is fantastic for us. Deduce is interesting. I think at this point, I really want to just take the Examiner. I think we take it. There's a Tipster. A Tipster ramps us. I don't think moving to blue-white detectives is gonna be in the cards for us. Because the white cards we're seeing are all kind of bad and not the blue-white detective stuff we want to be in. Although there is Creeper, which is a good disguised creature, a really good disguised creature. You have to remember, with disguised creatures, you need to not read them as like a 5-drop. You need to read them as a free drop, always. But then again, I don't think it's better than Tipster. I don't think Unraveler is that good because it's too slow. It's a Collect Evidence card in blue. And, like, Collect Evidence 10 is just a lot. To be able to cast spells for free. Plus, you have to play 7 mana to even get it on the field in the first place. And then you might be able to Collect Evidence 10, but games in Limited are not going to go that long. Yeah, I think we just take the Tipster. We just need the ramp helps. There's an out cold, which is quite good. However, there's an inside source, which gets us a detective payoff, which is like a decent like detective card. So maybe we can move into blue-white detectives. Inside source, what's its rating? Start at the bottom. Is it bad? Is it bad? It's a B. Like, inside source is a dead ass B, but like out cold's like a B too. Is the problem? So we're stuck between two Bs. There's also another V2 Ghazi, which I wouldn't be remiss with taking a third one, but like, if I can be in blue-white detectives, it's so good. Like, I could just not play these green cards and just move into blue-white detectives. It's only the second pack. I'm taking inside source. I want to see if it's possible to move into blue-white detectives. If possible, it's like one of the best archetypes in the set. There's a repulsive mutation. Which is better for our initial plan, but like, I think Granite Witness is kind of bad. It's like, as much as it's in the detective colors, I don't think Granite Witness is that good. Why it's a C plus? I mean, it's a 4-drop that you can also play as the disguise that you disguises that flips for 2, that taps 2 creatures or untaps some of your stuff to block. So it's flexible. Um, but then again, mutation's like a B. No, mutation's an A minus, so maybe we just take it. As much as I want to take Granite Witness because it's in the detective colors. Yeah, I think we don't pass mutation ever. It's possible we'll get mana fixing because we are with green cards. You have a better chance of being able to play the green fixing. Like there's a green creature that just fetches you a basic land. Um, here Nova Life is a good counter spell in the detective deck. There's also a Cold Case Cracker, which is a decent 4-drop. These the green cards are quite bad. Small Sentry would be good if we had more disguise stuff. But without disguise stuff, it's not really that great. I'm gonna take No Moralize. I'm gonna high roll to see if we can get detectives by pack 3. Just seems like the best card. Undercity Millimeter will be good if we could justify black, but we can't at this stage. We could just take Exit as a bounce, or we just take the second mutation. I don't want to take a second mutation because I really want to be in detectives really bad. Because blue-white is like the best color pair in the set. Especially we see Private Eye pack 3. Yeah, let's just take the Exit. It's more... It's like a fine, like, interaction. Plus, Jet Sam's quite bad. Neither of these effects are really worth a card, really. If you cast both, it's not good. It's like a waste of mana. Village Falcon's kind of a bad case. We could take another Vitu-Ghazi. Burden of the Guild isn't good. Deduce is okay. Deduce is like what? Like a C-? Oh, Deduce is a C+. Like, Deduce is okay. It's card advantage. It's a little finicky because it's a cantrip that also draws you a card on a later turn. If you have a lot of mana up, you can use it on your opponent's turn to try and draw into something that's gonna give you an interaction. And it gives you a clue, which could matter for your detective cards. I kind of don't want to take a third Vitu-Ghazi at this stage because I don't know if I'm going to even be playing the green stuff. But I think I'll just take the Deuce. I guess I'll take the second Reasonable Doubt. Other cards are not that great. They went this way and get a leg up are not like super great. Hotshot Investigators would give us a 6-drop that we could play to like bounce an enemy creature or bounce one of our other stuff and generate a clue. But it's kind of an underwhelming 6-drop. I guess we'll get a leg up just to have another thing if we end up still playing green. I guess we could take another double, just have another 2-drop. Pick 11 out cold, by the way. We'll take Criminologist. Maybe, and we might actually have to play it. But we hope not to. Slightly gets finality that we will not be playing. Okay. Pack 3. What do we got? Not a lot going on here. This pack is kind of bad. I mean, if we could have gone into black, murder is premium removal. But I don't think it's pack free. I don't think we can justify moving into black. We're already kind of pulled into free colors. Like, we're already kind of being pulled between white and green right now, and I don't want to add another. I mean, Sudden Setback is a good removal card too. It's a time ebb. A kind of an granted, it's kind of an expensive time ebb, but it's a time ebb. Exit Specialist is is notably a detective. How good is Exit Specialist? Exit Specialist is a B minus. Setback. How good is Setback in comparison? Setback is a. Is a C minus. Yeah, it's a bit too expensive. So we could just take Exit Specialist because it's a B. It's a B minus, so it's probably good. Especially if we can make this. If we can make detectives happen, it's pretty good. Can't be blocked with a creature with power 3 or greater, so it occasionally just gets around stuff. It has disguise, so it's a good early disguise play. And when it flips up for a low disguise cost, we get to just bounce something. Officious Interrogation generates a lot of clues potentially, but I don't know how good it is. It's a D minus. It's not a good card. It's a trap. How do we take Crime Stopper Sprite? No shot we take Crime Stopper Sprite. Yeah, it's only a C. I think Projector Inspector is better. Yeah, Projector Inspector is a C+. Maverick is kind of bad in green. The rest of these cards are not super good. On the job's like an okay. Combat Trick is expensive for a combat trick. So I actually think I like Inspector better. I think we got the detectives to make 2 Inspector worth it. Uh... we're getting kind of punished for moving into detectives. We may have to just abandon white and just move back into blue-green. I mean, Maverick is a detective, but it's in green. But Maverick's not very good. I mean, this is really bad fixing, but it's fixing. I don't know what to pick here. A lot of these are just terrible. I guess we take Maverick as the closest to being a decent card in our colors. We really hope not to play it. This is really bad. Fanatical Strength gives us another combat trick if we have to abandon detectives. There's another Projector Inspector, but we already have two, and there's an Exit. Exit's only okay. I think we just take the combat trick, we just move back to the blue-green. I think the detective dream is dead. We're not getting into good payoffs. We're not seeing Private Eye or anything. I really just think the detective dream is dead at this point. I would really love to play No More Lies, but the detective dream is dead. Oh, we gotta remove anything with detective synergy. We should do it this way. We probably have to put this in the sideboard too. We just don't have the detective synergy. Maybe we still play it just to have an early drop, but like... Exit Specialist is probably good enough to play even without detective synergies. We'll worry about it later. Combined Chrysalis. Creature tokens you control have flying. We don't have that many token generators. Because we're not... It does generate its own tokens, but it's expensive to do so. But it is a 4/4, I guess. Oh, you can sacrifice you have to sacrifice clue tokens, so I don't think we're on enough clues for this to be good. We can take Phantom. Well, we're moving out of white, so Phantom's not the pick. Am I crazy? Do we just take a second Exit Specialist? It's like alright. If we flip it. Analyst kind of ramps us in like a weird way. It's also just a 1/3 that we can use to block early on. What's Analyst rated? Yeah, it's a D+. It's not worth it. Yeah, I think we just take a second Exit Specialist. It's an alright card. Even without detective synergies. Seeing a card like High Alert really hurts now that I realize that the detective dream is dead. God, this pack is bad. Honestly, I feel like the best card in this pack is probably Criminologist and hope not to play it. I guess we can take another one of these, but we already have two. I don't know if we want any more. Pick Your Poison is already something we're hoping not to play. I mean, we might have to just play another Reasonable Doubt just to have a card. Well, like, just we're scrounging for playables. I don't really think this matters. We're just gonna pick something that we can't play. Maybe the best card here is probably fucking this card. Stuff on our colors isn't playable. I guess we can kind of play this just as an expensive-ass time ebb. The rating for it's not good, but, like, it's better than the rest of the chap in the pack. I guess we can take another deduce. Another card we won't play. Another card we won't play. And another card we are definitely not playing. This is going to be rough. We're short one card with what we've got. Two deduce, two smuggler. And eliminate the impossible, exit specialist. Oh, but what does the projectors even do for us? Because we don't have enough detective synergies because we're not in blue-white. Because we had the banded detectives, right? So this just really doesn't feel worth it to play if, like, we don't have, like, the good detectives like Private Eye. I do get the extra draws. I do have two exit specialists, so I do have some things that can trigger it. Oh, bitter. Let's play two of these, I guess. Because we do have two exit specialists, so there is a situation where this can come up. If we have exit specialist. But the rest of our cards are not particularly great. Are any of these cards that we have in here bad? I mean, this is good, this is good. 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 Find combat trick. Find interaction piece. A decent counter spell that suspects something also, so that way we can get in with menace. A pretty good creature, a pretty good 2-drop. Maybe we don't play Eliminate the Impossible because we have the Fanatical Strength. This isn't that good of a combat trick. Maybe we don't play this. But it's probably better than what we could put in its place, honestly. I think Bubble Smuggler is better than, like, playing the Maverick. Maybe we cut to 2 Bubble Smuggler and play the Maverick. Because I think playing the Maverick might be decent because it allows us to surveil 2 and find our land drops. So maybe, because I feel like 2 Bubble Smuggler is too much. And we could just play Maverick instead to find land drops. Yeah. Yeah, I think we run 9-8 because Setback is our only double blue. And we don't have any double green at all. I don't know, this deck feels really weak. I don't have anything that wins the game. I don't have any threats, really. And I did not find a green source. The deuce maybe gets me to one. And I can do out cold to stall for a little bit. I just need one green source. And this hand is online. And the opponent's going first anyway, so let's hope to draw a green source. All we need is one green source. Candlestick. No green source yet. We'll go. We need to find a green source. We're drawing all our blue mana. We just need a green source. I guess we can disguise our radical at least next turn. I guess we disguise this. Still no fucking green sources. We may have to out-cold this just to stay alive. It's our only real play. I mean, we could crack our clue. See if that changes things. Oh, I shouldn't have played that island then. I should have cracked the clue and got the forest. That was a misplay to not crack the clue immediately. I guess we swing with our face down. It seems like they're not in a hurry to really win the game either, so, like, I got the forest now. I mean, we could play Maverick to surveil and try and find more mana, but we got plenty of mana in hand or just to find other options. We need double green to flip this. We don't have enough evidence for Infector quite yet. I think we want to surveil here. And we found another green source. We'll put this on top. Do I want to... I want this regional without next turn, probably. So I want the forest first, so that way I can have double green for this. I don't think we need to use Outfield yet, so... Let's swing in with our disguise. Enter. We got enough mana for reasonable doubt. If they try to play something, we can maybe counter it. Case Cracker. I should have countered that, actually. I thought they would be doing something different than just dropping a creature. I should have countered that. I'm an idiot. I just clicked button too fast. I could just out cold the Case Cracker. And could just keep the aggression and just attack both. I think we can out cold now. Well, now it's a little too late because, I think I do it after damage and just tap their, let's stun both of these. Yeah. And then I get to untap. So, sweet. Can I flip this yet? 1, 2 green. I'm short 1 mana to be able to flip it. I don't think I cracked my clue yet. Do I just do mutation? I could go... I could make my Maverick a free. Or make my token bigger. I don't know how... And the counters will persist even after I flip, right? So, that could set this up for later when I flip. But I'd rather save it for combat. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go combat. Not really got a reason to play V2 Gaza yet. I don't want to play anything quite yet. Actually, no, I think I got enough to collect evidence 6, right? Because I have 1, 2... I have 6, I can collect evidence 6. And this is reach, so I want to give the tokens to this. So now I have a reach creature with mutation up. That could be nice. Hmm. Do I counter this? Let's make this a sussy baka. For when I flip it. Does mutation win me the game here if I just put it on B2 Godly and swing in? Because this is... Or do I want to threaten the disguise flip? I don't think I use it quite yet. I think I'm gonna go here, here. I'll leave this up for chump. Actually, no, I'm gonna just do this. Leave the BC Godly up for blocking. Damage. Let's flip. Oh. I think that puts us in a good position. So we gotta pre-fight the blocker flyers with. Now that they're out cold. They're at 6 health. If they attack with anything, they die to the Sussy Baka next turn. Oh, they have removal though. We have 2 detectives, so we get to trigger Inspector. So I'll discard. Draw 1, discard 1. I think I want to discard the extra. Kinda didn't get a lot of value off that Inspector, but we have a combat trick here. We need to pay 2, right? How was that game? When they just blocked with the spy? Or did they swing with the spy last turn? Oh. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, I like Miss Lethal, but like I didn't realize that it was lethal. Like I thought there was like a chump block that they could have done and stayed alive, but I kind of wanted to preserve a blocker. Uh, I mean, BT Ghazi on 2. Well, Tipster on 2, rather. Drop this for disguise. Face down on 3. And we have a V2 Ghazi for later. We need to find a blue source, though. Right on time. Damn it. Lost my mana dork because I thought I could attack safely. Uh. I guess I go, like, exit specialist. And, like, we can, like, disguise it for later. And then we can go B2 Ghazi. No, we don't go Mizugazi in that case because we want to play this disguise. Maybe we go the deuce. I think we just disguise this. And attack and try and get them. Alright. We have 3 mana so far, can't quite V2 Gazi yet. We can flip our exit specialist bounce to our 4/5. Hit them for 4. I'll try and find something. I think this enables evidence for us. Because I think we have enough for evidence. Oh, we can't. Still don't have quite enough mana in there yet. Yeah, because we have 1, 2, 3. We're one mana short of evidence. We could crack our clue. I think we just attack. Well, they would chump block, so we don't attack here. Crack the clue at the end of the turn. We could go setback to get rid of, like... their face down. Oh, like, because we don't have the ward 2 to set back that. So we could set back, like, their flyer. Or we go deduce. That should enable V2 Gazi. Yeah, now we should have the evidence. I thought we collected evidence. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should have been enough. Why didn't I get the counters? Problem is they have stuff to block with. Well, they're tapped out, so they would have to trade, right? Damn it. I can block one of their flyers now. I didn't click a target. I don't think I would have missed that. Like, I didn't see anything pop up. Very nice. That's bad. We might have to set that back next turn. I think I let this through, unfortunately. Well, we do remove it next turn. Or at least temporarily remove it. We can leave the mana up and remove it when they attack with it. Do we just attack with both of these? Yeah, I have to block with everything to get rid of the radical. I'm gonna leave up enough for sudden setback to get rid of our big guy. When they declare the attack. Assuming they have like nothing else big to do this turn. I think I have to step back now to prevent the getting the tokens. No, I don't. I don't care if it gets bigger, it's going back to the deck. Please be dumb enough to give the tokens to the sentry, please. Please be stupid as hell. Alright. Go Examiner, Projector Inspector. Draw card? Yes, I will. I'll discard. I guess I'll discard a Forest. Make them have to block with one. Or both, rather, if they want to kill it. Or chump. Oh, that one's through? Okay. Okay. Oh, there's the big guy back. Oh, I should have cracked my clue on the dumb. I can crack it now. I got nothing else better to do. We could just disguise this. I should have just sacked with the extra specialist, honestly. Oh well. I can flip Bubble Smuggler next turn. I can put Bubble Smuggler now. It's 5. But I can't. I'll crap my clue. Well, that's pretty good. Let's go combat. I don't have the evidence to do so. Attack with this, attack with this. That's fine. Let's see if I can get him with Bubble Smuggler. Yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. I meant to stay on the draft page. Okay, we're at 2 wins, 0 losses, which is better than I thought this deck would do. We don't really have an early play. I mean, we can play Projector Inspector on 3. I don't know if this is worth mulliganing, because we can at least deduce into something, maybe. Oh, there's Smuggler. Smuggler gives us a play on 3, for sure. We can also just play it as a 2-drop to buy us time. But it's obviously better if we disguise it. I want to play Inspector on 3, so I'm gonna just play it as a 2-drop. Yeah, draw us a card. Oh, Vitugazi is a hell of a rep, actually. Let's discard... I think we can discard, like... Deduce, probably? It gives us feel for Vitugazi eventually. See if they want to trade this guy's creature or not. No, they do not. Okay. Oh, we drew the other deduce. That's funny. Got it back like immediately. Let's put the screws on, make them have to trade up one of their disguises. We are 1 short off of Vitugazi. Oh, what's the deuce? And we'll crack a clue before our turn begins. B2 Ghazi is online. We could also disguise this, or we play V2. I think we hold off on B2 Ghazi for now and we just disguise this. And then we could follow up with Maverick to surveil. To get us closer to getting Maverick online. Oh, Tipster is fantastic. I'll put the Tipster on top. We keep attacking with this, I guess. Alright, we go this, we Tipster. Let's V2 Ghazi. Evidence. Hit 7. Give a token to our face down. We have enough out for an exit too. We need to use it on their turn. They have to. Alright. Was a Basilica Stalker. No one says each player controls the most creature investigates, then destroy all. They had a fucking board wipe? Oh, we can counter this! We can counter their board wipe. And on top of it, we can make this a Sussy Baka. We countered their board wipe, sweet. They conceded because I countered their board wipe. Alright, 3 wins, 0 losses. I mean, Bubble Belt early play is probably good for Surveil. And we got Deduce that we can, like, eventually do on their turn to get drawn to some stuff. Help set up Michikazi for later. Oh, but we're against an aggressive deck finally. Let's surveil. I don't know how much a second V2 helps me. I already have one in hand. It's gonna be a while before I play it anyway. So I'm just gonna sack the Acid Specialist and put V2 in the grave to just fuel evidence for the other one. Exit Specialist next turn's pretty good. Although I want to play Exit Specialist on turn 3 so I can disguise it. Actually, I don't want to drop it on 2. support to win this. Man's really spent a removal spell on a fucking Maverick. I'll wait a turn. I'll deduce you in end phase. I'll just deduce an end step of their next turn. End phase will deduce. Alright, I think we disguise active specials first because it's easier to flip. They're gonna pay the ward to kill this? They paid the ward cost. I guess they left up in the mana to pay a ward cost to kill whatever I play. I got a whole 2 other disguised creatures though. And this disguised creature is a lot better. Orangutan to break my clue? Do I have enough for evidence yet? Yes, I do. I could just go V2 to have a good blocker. I actually want to do this first, I think. This guy's up. And we can go Maverick, Exile Maverick to make it a free. After they played all that removal. Did they, were able to draft all removal? All the removal in the world? They left their mana up, so I'm sus of this. Sasuke. Paying the ward again! Jesus. They have so much removal. They don't want me flipping any disguises. I guess I disguise Smuggler. And then I go V2 Ghazi. Block the V2 Ghazi. How were they able to draft this much removal? They played like 8 removal spells. I can flip Exit Specialist and bounce one of their things. Or do eliminate the impossible. I could potentially do both. I have the mana for both. As it by attacker step. I actually think I do it this way. Blocker. I think I don't block this. And then damage will flip and put the orangutan. We'll flip next at the end step. End step will flip. And we'll bounce probably their most annoying blocker. That back is a good card to hold on to. Let's swing with our This puts them in a very difficult spot because if they try to trade with my 2/1, they just die, and if they block my 7/6, I get to keep my 2/1. I can set back and block, cause this to fizzle. Resolve 2 blockers. That was pretty obvious of them to do. Turn. They're pretty far behind by this point. I'll resolve. Hmm. Crime novelist? Alright. Hackers? And stuff. Clue? Oh, that just seals the game, doesn't it? The game's fucking over. Even they blocked the 7-6. Like, this lethal, right? Plus 3? Yeah, that's lethal. Nice. Oh, I forgot to get the trample. It doesn't matter what creature I gave it to. Well, 4-0. But I have a feeling it's going to get a lot harder, this deck from here. Because this deck is not good. I'm just playing against people with bizarrely worse decks than mine. Yeah. No creatures. I kind of want to mulligan this. Okay, now the Conspiracy Fury is cropped up. Force 50% win rate. I mean, for a mulligan hand, this isn't, like, terrible. I don't think I need a Comet Trick this early. I guess we could either play this on 2 or we could fucking disguise it on 3. We could just play a B2 Gazi as a 2-drop because we have 2 of them. Warhound. Oh, Tipster. Tipster's good find. Not a bad top deck. I'm gonna play a V2 Gazi just to block this fucking flyer. No, I don't want to attack. Heck. I could exit this, bounce it. Nah, I think I just block. And block the flyer. I can't do anything about the menace though. The chase is on. We can exit here to kind of keep our creature alive. We can just make them have to replay their card. I get to surveil here. I think the juice is a good draw. Player disguise. Get a gruff up here. Nice. Arm servitor. Oh, this is just the sus stack. This is just Sussy Among Us. Oh, maybe we play this disguise as well, but we need to find some mana is the problem. I kind of want to leave up the mana for Deduce on their turn. Oh, we could just attack with what we've got. Maybe leave the B2 back for... Well, they're both menace, so I can't block the menace anyway without losing stuff. Let's make this a free. Oh, something didn't enter the battlefield this turn, so... I don't actually get to grow it. I wanted to... Well, I don't have enough to crack the clue, so Deduce is kind of wasteful. I actually think I do play another disguise. Make my tipster a little harder to remove. Now I could block a menace if I wanted to. Oh, they did have that. That's unfortunate. I really don't want to block this, do I? I could block it with a 1/3, but they have mana up, is the issue. I think I just let this through. I don't really care about this. Now, they're getting card advantage every time it gets through, but maybe I should have blocked it. They had to spend 2 cards to get rid of Tipster. They did shut down my ramp, so I need to find lands now. I mean, I got a counter spell and a Deduce for next turn. I could just swing in. Wait, disguise creatures. I could bluff a cheap disguise this way. They don't have... They're tapped out, so... I'll take out the girl hamster. Three, four. I haven't. I should have played Bitugazi actually. But I left up enough for it to do, so I'll have to take a lot here. Or do I at all? I could block this to cut them off of a draw. That's only when they do damage to a player, right? Yeah, I want to cut them off. Oh, it's mana, so I can't. I have to block the flyer, I think. We can actually counter this. Was there a reason why we couldn't counter that? Oh, they had the 2 to pay. That was a mistake on my part. Yeah, I think this is going to be our first loss. We can't stop this kind of aggression. We especially because we're just mana screwed. We can't do anything about that. I think we just have to leave the blockers up is the problem. You have to take the 4 here. Where the fuck is all our mana? Probably all at the bottom of our deck. I mean, we can... We got a combat trick, so maybe we can get some value. Because this is soft anyway, so they can only multi-block this. Oh, they're letting it through. Alright. We can use Fanatical Strength to block some of their stuff up our reach now. Maybe. Depending on what the last card they have in hand is. Two attackers. This is +3/+3, so we can remove the 4/4, probably. And we can block, like, the 1/3. It's gonna be close. We're 1 damage off lethal. By the way. But they have us dead next turn. I think we gotta leave the blockers up. And leave a mana out for setback. We gotta hope they're like out of resources. So we're gonna leave our blockers up and leave the mana up for setback. See what they commit to. I think we have to set back their big guy. And then we double block the 2/2. Because it's fucking menace. So they don't draw another card. Oh, this thing does burn damage when it dies? What a bad way to lose this game. I mean, this is good. Like, I can get the Inspector on turn 3. I could play this as a 2-drop like I did before, the one time. I got out cold as well. I think I drew a much better 2-drop. I could have played this on free as the disguise. It's not gonna get me much value now until I play some stuff, but... Fucking hand rip, really? I think I give up the combat trick. Inspector gets value here. It gets me a card. And we discard one. I think we discard... I don't think I need this forest. I don't think these are threatening enough to use out cold. I think I just want to play my disguise. I don't want to... They'll just block and trade for this. They can deal with Projector Inspector because they have the 2-1 that they can just block with. I think I put the pressure on. I make them have to use trade their 2-1. I got 1 card out of it, so... Do I attack? Do I make them trade? No, I think I leave my cards up. Maybe they attack with it. They're leaving all their stuff up, too. I could tap up to 2 of their stuff and just get in. Or, like, a lot. I think I wait to see if they play anything before I out cold, though. I'll out cold on their turn, if they play anything. I might have to exit this dual leech, but I may have to hold off on this because I don't want to getting value off of this. The dual leech changes my plans a little bit. I need cards to play. Setback is like a decent draw. I think I out cold just to get in. I've been too passive for too long. I have to put some pressure on. I can like set back their dual leech next turn if they play their dual leech again. I can flip the smuggler now. Get him of everything. They have to chump the smuggler. Unless they have removal. Oh, I forgot they can pump the Pester Leech. But I was passive way too early in the game. They had a combat trick as well to give Death Touch. That puts me really behind. And then I just lose my setback to the fucking hand rip card. I have to crack clues to get some answers. I need a card to play. I mean, Reasonable Doubt gives me, like, something to do. Even if they pump Pester Leech, they would have to trade. They're gonna trade their Pester Leech, I guess. Reasonable Doubt is less good now, but I think I'm gonna just crack my clue in case I get another creature to play. No, I don't. I really need another creature as the problem. Now I'm having the exact opposite problem. Of not drawing creatures. I have all the land in the world, but I don't have any creatures. Yeah, I'm dead, like, in a turn or so. Yeah, it's over. I mean, we can play Examiner on 2. Hope to draw into something else with Deduce. had someone who pulled a fucking rare. We can exit this. They've done the bleeding a little bit. And surveil. I don't need mana right now. What I need is things to play. I think I'm gonna have to replay it at least. And main 2. I can't attack me right now. We can attack in and try to get... We have a combat trick, so... And we have a counter spell in case they try to do anything. Will you pay the other 2? Or not? At least you're tapped out. I have to take this. Let's crack a clue. There's a V2 Golly. Finally, some fucking creatures. I think we have to play the V2 Ozzy as a blocker. As much as I don't want to. It keeps us alive. We have reasonable doubt. And we can play this combat trick at least. Either our combat tricks back because we leave Tester up. Attackers. Oh, I can only use Tipster on my turn. So I have to, like, chump block this. I thought I could play my combat tricks, but I can't. But I didn't leave green mana up. I guess I'll track my clue. He got out cold now. We're just dead. We don't have the creatures. Yeah, it's over. They will have lethal next turn. I just counted outright a rare as crazy as Krenko. It's just, like, insane. Dropping Krenko turn 2 was, like, game determinatively. Just seals the game immediately. 4 wins, 3 losses. I guess it's better than my last draft, which was 3 wins and 3 losses, but... I guess 4 wins is good enough to get the second pack, I guess. Or I guess I got a second pack for some other reason, because it only says 1 pack. I don't know why I got 2. Well, let's open the phone rejection pack for our XP. Oh, we got a rare wild card at least. Oh, there's a cool. In case I ever want to build some like sack outlet deck. We got in here. Thoughtful card I didn't first pick. I don't know, it's been like close to 3 hours, so I don't really think I want to start another draft right away. As much as I have the gems to do so, but I don't want to commit. I especially don't want to commit to a premiere after how bad this had ended up. Like, it started off really good, despite how horrible the draft and deck ended up being at the end of it. Because of the detective switch plan didn't work out, and my deck ended up weaker because I didn't just stay green-blue. I thought, oh, if I just move out of green and move to white and play blue-white detective, which is the best archetype in the pack, I could get Private Eye and have like a really strong deck. But didn't work out that way, so. But I guess it's better than my previous record. So it just petered out in the end because I either got mana screwed or didn't see creatures or whatever. It's not like my deck really had a win con anyway. I had no way of actually winning the game quickly is the problem. And I just started running into aggro deck after aggro deck. And they had a stronger win con than mine. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it because I do need to go. It's approaching 3 hour mark, and I'm pretty sure I have something I need to get done. Like I need to eat soon. It's going on like 5:10 EST here. I do need to eat. So thank you all for watching. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Take care.